What if I told you there is a secret world of tiny creatures with incredible powers beyond the realm of human imagination? When you realize the phenomenal abilities of these tiny little animals and what they're truly capable of, in comparison, we are just big, clumsy giants. I've devoted my life to unlocking the secrets of these miraculous mini monsters. I'm teaming up with a scientist friend, and we're going to the very edge of the world to find them.
Which way? It's in the bush. I got one.
Behind you, behind you.
Did you get it? He's got me.
Looks like a dinosaur, straight up from the dawn of time.
That's the perfect killing machine right there. I'll show you, pound for pound, they stack up against any creature that ever roamed the earth. Fight that.
Oh! He destroyed my sensor.
This is in the realm of superheroes. Size does not matter, especially when you're a little giant. This is the way to travel through Asia. And riding the scooter to a jungle?
To find a legendary creature at that?
The jungle juggernaut, my friend. The jungle juggernaut. You've never seen anything like it. By insect standards, it's big.
Uh-huh.
But it's incredibly strong, and it's always ready for battle. We are deep in the rainforest of southern Thailand looking for a six-legged wrecking machine. The mighty rhinoceros beetle. It is a forklift with a bad attitude because it has two horns, and the two coordinate together so it can lift many times his body weight, and once it gets a hold, it doesn't let go. Crunch, incredible power. Everything about this beetle is powerful. Its body armor, it is virtually indestructible. Each of its 6 legs is equipped with giant bear claws, digging into the trees and into their enemies. And that's not all. It has wings and it can fly. But what is it famous for above all other things? Pure strength. This could be the strongest creature on Earth. This is a flying tank. The creature we're looking for loves bamboo. Doesn't eat it, but he loves it. Oh, look at that. Let's do some bamboo right there. Stop it.
All right.
Let's find ourselves a massive growth of bamboo inside the forest. The thick, dense bamboo stalks and the matrix-like carpet of bamboo roots creates a very tough defensive barrier that protects their eggs and larvae from predators. It's the perfect beetle bunker.
Run. Right there, right there.
Oh, yes. Woo! That, my friend, is a temple viper. This is a very venomous snake and a very explosive snake. It's an ambush predator. Vipers can launch at least 100% of their body length, which is a lot more than most other venomous species. And you can see by the size of its jaws, it's a very powerful snake. The temple viper is also known as the bamboo viper due to its affinity for residing in bamboo. And that means we're on the right track in our search for this rhinoceros beetle. Whew. That's a beautiful start to the day, my friend.
Think we'll see any pythons or cobras?
Not yet, but there are plenty of both. In southern Thailand and the Asian rainforest, there are more venomous snakes per square mile than anywhere we've been on our previous expeditions. But you remember the golden rule?
Oh, yeah.
Even when you're not looking for a snake, you're looking for a snake. You have a lot of big reptiles. You have big snakes, you have big lizards out here. Oh, hello, beautiful.
Check
Look
that
at
out.
this.
Oh,
Like a bamboo juggernaut. This is a living fortress.
the coolest jungle treehouse I've ever seen in my life.
I know. So many rainforest creatures take sanctuary in here, and that is absolutely true of our mighty beetle. In fact, I mean, if we're lucky, you actually can get a beetle napping because it's nocturnal. They don't wake up till nightfall. This leaf litter, this is where they sleep to avoid detection from other predators. Quick sift if we get lucky. Anyway, I was hoping we'd find one just lying there asleep. No such luck, not a problem, because we're gonna build a rhino beetle trap. Capturing a beetle on the wing, it's like catching a fly ball blindfolded. Almost impossible. And that's why we're gonna build a trap. First, we dig ourselves a nice little pit and place in a large plastic bucket.
Almost done.
Nice. Then we suspend a series of chemical lights because rhino beetles are attracted to light. So I'll make a series of lamps, gonna suspend them from this bamboo just over the bucket. Now, out here in the jungle, there's no other lights. This is the perfect lure. I guarantee you, we're gonna attract 1 billion insects. But here's the beauty of it. These big, heavy rhino beetles, they'll fly right into these lights, won't do them any harm, they'll fall into the bucket below, and if I place the lights close enough to the bucket, they won't have the space to take off again. Whereas every other insect in the rainforest, gone.
Your survival wizardry never ceases to amaze.
Let's light this party. Give it a good shake. That's it. We're done.
Nice.
All right, let's get our stinky selves out of the rainforest so the animals actually come back. Oh, here we are. If we get lucky, we'll find a giant rhinoceros beetle in the bucket.
I feel good about this one.
Please, 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 please.
We got something?
Oh, there's 3!
Oh my gosh. These guys are small, but they look intimidating.
And they are fighting. Look at these monsters.
I totally get why they call this a rhinoceros beetle. Those horns are awesome. I mean, he's basically lifting up another creature the same size. He's lifting them up with the horns.
Effortlessly tossing each other over. That's the thing of beauty. And there must be a female around here somewhere because it's the pheromones that she exudes that makes them want to fight. Having said that, they're born to this.
Yeah.
They are heavyweight wrestling champs with weapons. Now look at this primary horn. Though it's incredibly strong, it's still largely hollow, which means that despite its huge size, it's actually very light. And that's why it doesn't throw him off balance when he's fighting or flying.
Oh, wow. I gotta tell you, I feel some major torque in this guy's neck.
Yeah, what's your finger?
I can see him just trying to pinch my thumb and get me to let go of him.
That's what I'm talking about. I believe this beetle could be, pound for pound, the strongest animal on the planet. And I need you to help me prove it.
We've got to get these back to the tent. This incredible, hulking little bug is basically armored devastation. I mean, the strength, the horns, those claws, all of it together. I can't wait to see these things up close and test to see if these beetles are as strong as advertised. Seeing this guy up close, every inch of his body, it looks powerful.
Yeah, no, he is built for battle. He might be a plant eater, but this is no vegan bodybuilder who's into medieval cosplay. This is a legitimate war machine. Everything about this is fighting.
We are testing the biggest, the best, and the strongest. So right now, who's your champion?
Whoa! Body slam.
Look at the power of that thing.
That is crazy. He definitely is the strongest and therefore the best. And here he is. You'll notice that I'm handling the beetle almost exclusively by his 2 horns, and that causes him absolutely no discomfort or distress. So those horns are super strong and tough.
Just like the rest of his body.
Exactly. You see this armored carapace, these hard shells in the back here? Okay. Those are protective covers for his wings, which we call elytra. And that's what beetles are named after, Coleoptera. It literally means sheath wing. Oh, flying, flying.
Look at those wings.
Look at that. This is the main battle tank crossed with a helicopter. It's got tremendous power. I can feel it pushing my hand up.
Wow.
Oh, watch the wings go away. The wings will go away. They'll fold up.
Oh my gosh.
And now he works them back underneath his protective sheath. And check this out. These strong legs covered in teeth. See these spikes? They're called tibular teeth. Now, ostensibly, they're a digging adaptation, but in practical terms, they're a dangerous weapon that makes them even more formidable wrestlers. He has claws on every single foot.
Well, I feel him too.
And if some giant predator, a big bird or a large lizard tries to take him down, he's a real handful. Not just with giant horns, but also with those claws and those tibial teeth. I mean, that's a painful bite to swallow if you get a hold of this guy. And he does not stop going. This guy has an incredible motor, and he just keeps on coming.
That's incredible. We came all the way to Thailand to test the flight, the strength, and the power of this beetle. So first things first, we've got to do some baseline readings on our little flying tank here.
Okay. Here we go.
So our rhinoceros beetle weighs 0.3 ounces.
Wow, what a pocket colossus.
Let's get the length.
Total length is 2 1/4 inches.
Let's also measure its horns.
Ooh, okay. From the base of the thorax horn is 1 inch, and the base of the head horn, that's the lower horn, is 3/4 of an inch. Now, only the bottom horn can articulate because it's sitting in the front of his face just like a rhinoceros. And like a rhinoceros, he can spear it up. But it has one up on the rhino. It has a much longer, thicker, more powerful horn growing off its thorax. It can crush the lower horn against the upper horn with tremendous force. In doing so, forms an incredibly powerful clamp that he uses to put his opponents into a headlock and throw them off. That's quite an impressive crush force. It really is.
Okay, I have a test in mind for that. This is a gas pressure sensor, and I need you to convince this warrior beetle to clamp down on this rubber tube. Once it does that, the pressure in here will change, which will then give us a reading on the sensor of just how strong the crush force between those two horns actually is.
That's what he was born to do. Let's do it. I want you to try and grab. There we go.
Oh!
He's got it. He's got it.
Oh, man.
Oh, he's moving the whole sensor.
Oh! Crunch! Crunch!
Whoa!
That's crazy.
He absolutely manhandled your pressure gauge. Did you get that?
3.2 ounces of crush force.
Almost 11 times his body weight.
Exactly.
That's pretty impressive. Considering their size, I'm sure those two horns are more powerful than any mechanical crushing machine. Let's scale up our 0.3 ounce rhino beetle to the mass of an industrial trash compactor, about 10,600 pounds, and have them take on a huge pile of garbage. The industrial trash compactor would crunch down with a pressure of 2,300 pounds per square inch, compacting 1,300 pounds of garbage into just 1 cubic yard of waste. But our supersized beetle would crush with a pressure of 116,000 psi, over 50 times more efficient than the trash compactor, and strong enough to flatten not just a colossal mountain of trash, but the massive trash compactor itself. No doubt, the rhinoceros beetle would be the uncontested lord of the landfill.
The crush force of those two beetle horns is off the charts.
And I guarantee you that force would be far greater than what we measured if he was actually locked in battle with another beetle instead of just squeezing down on the lifeless pressure sensor. I mean, that tremendous crush force, that is his ace in the hole when it comes to winning these wrestling matches. And he needs that kind of power because he's fighting other heroic rhinoceros beetles all day, every day. I mean, he lives to fight. And that is key to its survival.
The crush force of those two beetle horns is off the charts.
And he needs that kind of power because he's fighting other heroic rhinoceros beetles all day, every day.
I've got 2 tests in mind for this one today. First, we're going to do a beetle deadlift test.
Are we talking a beetle strongman event?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I'm ready.
Okay, I have these rocks. Now, obviously, we both want to see that beetle lift this rock.
I would love that.
All right, check this out. This rock weighs 3 ounces, which is 10 times our champion beetle's body weight. I'm gonna put this rock in that slip knot from the other side. So if we lasso the top beetle's horn onto this fish line and have it move in that direction, we'll actually get the beetle to lift these rocks for us.
And just to be clear, there aren't nearly enough pulleys in this setup to create a mechanical advantage. I mean, those couple of strings will not be making his job any easier.
Right.
All right, champ, you ready for this?
Here we go. Test 1.
There he goes. Come on, buddy. Heave! Come on! There he goes.
Oh.
Driving. Come on.
The rock is moving.
It's pulling.
Come on. Look at the way that he is driving it with all 6 legs.
Oh,
There we go.
It's off the ground.
it's going higher.
Big lift. Oh, that's it. That's it.
Yes.
Look at that.
This beetle is deadlifting 10 times its body weight.
That is so awesome. I've lifted a rock twice my weight. I was about in bed, crippled with pain for 2 weeks. In the Olympics, 4 times would make you the greatest of all time. He is making 10 times his weight look effortless. And he's got plenty more in the tank. I guarantee you that.
Well, if that's the case, then we've got to test a larger rock. This rock is 30 ounces, 1.8 pounds, 100 times its body mass.
You ready for this?
Deadlift test number 2. Here we go.
He got the tension. Drive forward. Drive forward.
There it goes.
He's driving. He's driving.
Look at the rock. Look at the rock.
Come on. Come on. Drive through.
Like one hair. Oh, it's off the ground.
We've got liftoff. Oh! Clean lift. That's it. That's
Oh.
100 times its body mass.
it. 100 times.
Okay, let me put that in context. An industrial-sized bulldozer weighs 100,000 pounds.
Is there any bulldozer that can lift 10 million pounds? Because that's what he just did.
There's no machine that does that.
So this little beetle has transcended the realm of machine. This thing is freakishly and gloriously strong. Do you know why it's so strong?
Yeah, why is that?
His whole life is about smashing through obstacles, trees, rocks, stumps, other animals, and rival beetles. Ultimately, he has to push through all of them in order to find food, to find a mate, and to continue the species. That's why he is that strong.
We've seen him do a deadlift test. Now let's see him push an obstacle, something that he would naturally be pushing against in his environment.
Bring it on.
This is a 10-pound log. Now, I want to do a test to see this beetle move this log that's 500 times its body weight.
All right. 500 times his body weight. That's a lot. And keep in mind, we just put him through an entire strongman event. So, do I believe he could do it? Yes. Will he do it? I don't know. But the belligerent nature of these warrior beetles is such that they don't go around anything. They push right through it. Plus, log tossing is what rhino beetles like best.
Let's see it in action. Oh, he's heading for it.
Yeah.
He's heading through it.
He is looking for leverage.
Oh.
He's finding a weak spot.
Oh.
And look, he just set his back feet. That's like a rugby player in a scrum getting ready to take a ton of pressure. But this guy is doing something far more impressive.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, almost had it. Almost had it.
Look at the power of that thing.
That is crazy. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. He's got the full weight of it now.
Oh, my gosh.
Push through, drive, drive, drive. He's got this, he's got this, he's got this.
Turn it.
Come on! That is actually pretty heavy. I am gobsmacked. That is supernatural strength. I'm betting you that he is even stronger than his namesake, the mighty rhinoceros. Picture our 0.3 ounce rhinoceros beetle enlarge the mass of a 6,000-pound rhinoceros. A charging rhino is a fearsome sight, and rightly so, because he could push aside anything close to his own weight, like a pickup truck. But our giant rhino beetle, he won't even need a running start. One push from his hellish horns would send even a 4 million-pound freight train tumbling. no question about it, the rhino beetle is one of the strongest creatures to ever walk the earth.
Hyper strength way beyond its weight. This is a biomechanical wonder.
And keep in mind, this mighty little beetle doesn't use that strength to attack prey. He's a vegetarian, but he does rely on that strength to function like a miniature bulldozer, flipping over any obstacle to get at the precious nutrients underneath.
This little beetle has shown us everything today. Incredible strength, the ability to fly with easily deployable origami-like wings, and those crushing 2 horns.
This kind of freakish strength and power, a machine modeled on this rhinoceros beetle, could lift up buildings, lift up bridges.
We struck beetle gold today, my friend.
I know these beetles are magnificent, and I've enjoyed spending a couple of hours with them. But these 3 heroes deserve to go home. Am I right?
Yeah.
All right.
How's that for a spot? This beautiful bamboo cluster.
It's perfect. I think as far as bamboo palaces go, this is an upgrade, which is appropriate considering they make Hercules look pitiful.
I'll say.
Care to commence the honors?
Why, thank you, my friend. All right, little guy, time to go home. Pound for pound, strongest animal on the planet.
Strongest creature alive in this world, perhaps any other.
Let me ask you something. Which would you rather face down? 100,000-pound bulldozer or a 1,000-pound rhinoceros beetle?
That's easy, mate. A bulldozer has a kill switch.